Oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. What a dog. Chill, dude. Singing my song. Why don't you let me sing my song? It's magic. Good morning. Damn, man, why don't you go, man? Get him. Get him. She step on my sneaks, man. I'm gonna go ballistic. For real. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Can you let her in while I do my live? Fam, if you step on my sneakers, man, I'm gonna hit you with a right hook. Good morning, Baller D. Damn. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is September 11th. September 11th. Big, 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 huge day in American history. Thank you. I only got the top on right now. I'm about to get on my mission in a minute. I got to pop up in D.C. Make sure y'all here. Make sure y'all subscribe as you're coming in here. Today is September 11th, man. Y'all know what happened on this day, and I believe it was 2001 or some shit like that. Never forget the date. I never forget the day. I never forget what I was doing. I was doing prison time. I was in state prison. I was in a dormitory, a prison dorm, an open dorm. So everybody watching their TVs in the back. We didn't use headphones. You know what I mean? Like, everybody got a TV in the dorm. So if you could be watching your TV and watching somebody else's TV on another channel and shit. But anyway, it came through. It was like in the morning. We had just came back from the kitchen, cleaning the kitchen and shit. I think it was like 9 o'clock or something like that. I know it was during the day, the early part of the day. And it was just a rush of energy. Like, you started feeling people, like a stampede on the property. Staff running all over the place. They didn't know what the fuck to do. They thought we was under attack. Staff running all over the place. Staff coming into trailers and shit to see what's on TV. Like, if you look outside, the whole prison property looked like it was a ghost town. So everybody was trying to watch TV, see what was going on and shit. I remember watching with my own eyes as I believe the second tower got hit, and we didn't know what the fuck was going on. We like, what the fuck is this? Like, it was unbelievable. Being that we was convicts, we thought that those towers falling would affect us, and we was kind of cheering for them. When you in the system, you be totally against the government and all of that type of shit. So we didn't understand what was going on at first. We wanted to come home. We wanted to get the fuck out of jail and shit. And we thought that attack on the government would affect the economy, and they would have to start releasing people. There was even motherfuckers in population saying that they was going to start recruiting convicts from the penitentiary to go fight against them and shit, to fight against the Taliban. But anyway, September 11th will forever be embedded in our bodies, in our minds and shit. He said I was driving to work at 8 a.m. and the streets was deserted. Yeah, I thought it was like 8 or 9 in the morning and shit. We never gonna forget it, but something that we have forgot is the prosecution of the suspects. The prosecution of the suspects. Really, people from jail to fight the Taliban definitely would have took a loss. These people were engineers and doctors, fam. Ain't nobody more desperate to live than a motherfucking convict. If they told these niggas right now, we'll vacate your life sentence if you go to the military and get busy, it'll be some niggas over there acting like Rambo. Trust me about their freedom. So don't discredit no convict, my nigga. Like, we not gonna do that. But this is something that we thought possible. It sounds illogical now, but we thought it was possible. But anyway, boom. Something that we never discussed. He said, I was locked up and freaking out because my kids was out here. We was, something that we haven't discussed in a long time is what happened to the September 11th suspects. I gotta get I have to get a lighter. Let y'all see my breakfast and shit. People be asking what vegetarians eat. Bagel, oatmeal, still steaming and shit. That's how vegans give it up in the morning. To each his own. So check it out, right? He said the Expendables. Yeah, that's what that's called. It's called the Expendables. As a matter of fact, I believe it's in the Constitution somewhere that there can be Expendables and shit, and they gonna get them from prisons and shit like that. He said, I came in and they told us to go pack and didn't even say why. Shit was tense. I was in the Army then. Oh, wow. Okay, so check it out. Boom. Something that we never, ever discussed is what happened to the September 11th suspects. Y'all know where them niggas is at? Y'all never... It happened so long ago, you would have thought that they was prosecuted and this shit was totally over with. Do y'all know that they still got them niggas? They still got them niggas. They said them niggas is gonna die in Guantanamo Bay. Yo, they haven't even prosecuted them niggas. He said Pelican Bay, Guantanamo Bay. They still got them niggas. He said no documentary or nothing. Yo, listen, right? I believe that he said still torturing their ass. How could they say that them niggas gonna do life in Guantanamo Bay? Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. He said, I'm Muslim and I remember seeing the little Pakistani kids dance and I had to tell our teacher that it wasn't daytime there. Yo, fam, the motherfuckers is still there. And they said, he said 2 of them are in population. Maybe some of the main dudes ended up going to the federal prison penitentiary. I think you talking about the dude that had the bomb in his shoe. I don't know if them September 11th dudes ever got prosecuted. They talking about what they gonna do with their ass today. And they were saying that they had to go ask the victims. They had to basically seek out the victims' families from September 11th. You could imagine how many people this is, right? They had to seek out the victims' families and ask them, is y'all okay with us offering these dudes a plea bargain? Ain't that a bitch? He said, would you fight if you got drafted? Hell nah. Hell nah, I ain't fighting. He said they're in a SHOOT program, 23 hours lockup. My cousin, NYPD officer, caught scardosis in the towers and died 4 years ago from it. Damn, they probably still asking them questions like, where's Saddam hiding, knowing he been dead. They had to ask the victims' families, is it okay to offer these dudes a plea bargain? And they plea bargain, guess what they plea is? Because they death penalty cases and shit. I don't know why they ain't been killed them. They death penalty cases. Boom. You know why that them dudes, they offered them a plea? They offered them a plea, man, because they legitimately have to still process them through court. They haven't had no court dates. He said, Gully, this off the topic, but was you in Erie when the pizza dude had the bomb attached to his neck? I was in jail with the dude that built the bomb. I was on maximum security with him. He the one that died. His name was Kenneth Barnes. He the only one that had the expertise to build that bomb. Yes, I knew him, and I knew that prostitute. I knew like 3 people in that joint. My mom went to school with Marjorie Deal and shit. They still got them niggas, man. They still got them niggas. And they planning on giving them a plea bargain. If they plead, I know they out of their mind already, but if they plead, they gonna be in Guantanamo Bay. That's their plea bargain, to stay there forever. Yo! My Uncle T is still there at the site, so those men could stay there. They'd be all right. He said they let George Bush go free. I remember them Arabs who had corner stores used to have pics of themselves with AKs and all types of ARs posted on their counter window. 9/11 happened and they took them pictures down. Nah, that shit is still open, yo. Them niggas still going to court. They had to ask the victims' families. Was it okay to offer them a plea bargain? Good morning, y'all. Share this live stream. I came to kick it a little bit. Make sure y'all pull up to the pop-up tonight. This is crazy. Another story that's going wild on the news is the escaped prisoner from Chester. Did y'all see that escapee from Chester? He's still on a run. This day 12, nigga done cut his hair, then shaved his face. He got clothes now. Yo, they having problems with this dude. I'm gonna tell you. He said, yo, he walked the wall upwards. That shit was crazy. Yeah, the video of him escaping was crazy. He got up out of there like Spider-Man. He said he getting help. Nah, this is what's happening. That nigga from another country. They said where he from. He from a wild-ass country. He like from Ecuador or some shit like that. It ain't nothing for him to go into the forest and disappear. They can't fuck with him. They can't fuck with him. They chasing him through that wilderness and shit. He know what he doing. He's from that shit. He said Brazil. Okay. He from Brazil. They can't fuck with him, yo. He said they not catching him. They already doing a news conference, man. They had a perimeter. They like, man, how he got past this perimeter, we don't know. They tried to blame it on the weather and a bunch of other shit. He said they not catching him. He just dumped a stolen car. He know how to steal cars. He made it back to his roommate who didn't help him. That was fucked up. I mean, they probably was going to find out if he helped him or not, but damn. He said, it's like the Rambo movie. Facts. He said they always get caught. They will. They will. Time is up against you. But he didn't ran for 12 days. He didn't got new clothes. He had on a prison uniform. He shaved his face. He done did a couple burglaries. This motherfucker bad, yo. He said, well, in those countries, they used to living on the land. He said he know how to work through jungle terrain. That's what I'm thinking, yo. That's what I'm thinking. He fucking them up. They can't fuck with him. They can't fuck with him. If he get one more car, he out. He said how they know he shaved. They keep catching him on motherfuckers ring lights and shit. They done caught him on like 3 different ring lights. Yeah, they seen him with the backpack on. They seen him with the backpack on. Then they got the most recent joint. He was trying to contact a friend, and he was on they ring light talking to him. And the friend turned in the footage and shit. He said, you got to be strong as hell to climb up a wall like that. Yeah. He said he Aborigine. Got 2 bodies. He got 2 bodies. He killed his girl here in America, stabbed her a bunch of times, killed her in front of her kids, I think. And they said he responsible for a body in Brazil, too. So he get busy. Ain't no telling how many times he's done this and shit. He strike me as the type of motherfucker who probably grew up killing and shit. Incredible. Gully has no picks. 90% of people on the tube, but the gram learned a lot from them. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Subscribe to the channel. Today is September 11th. He says, green camera. He looked totally different, clean shaven. He got a chance. He got a chance. He ain't leaving this country. He ain't getting up out this country, but he got a chance if he get out of Pennsylvania and make it to like Delaware, because he getting close. He getting close. If he get to another state, he ghost. Straight up. He says some of these suspects got apprehended and the CIA made one of them a fall guy. A dude named Abu Zabida. Yeah, he like Jason Bourne type motherfuckers. Is there reward money? Nah, man, you can't tell on a motherfucker who did all of this shit, man. You can't tell on this dude, man. He the underdog and shit. Make them motherfuckers do their job. They having a hard time doing their job. They can't catch him. That's all I had to do. Close the fucking curtain. You think they're gonna make a movie out of this? They got 1,000 escape prisoner movies and shit. We just seen them dudes escape from Clinton. They did that when Shyheim was up there too. Them 2 white dudes escaped from Clinton that was fucking with that lady. They caught their ass quick. They wasn't going 12 days, I don't think. Zabadiya hated Osama, but they created a story that made him third in charge behind bin Laden. Wow. He said, them 9/11 folks, you and FDS Supermax, I think only one of them dudes is there. Nah. I'm tripping, yeah. They only booked the people who didn't crash, of course. The original hijackers was on the fucking plane. I'm tripping. It's been so long. He said reward money. It's all types of money in the world. And that's how you trying to get it. It's nasty work. He said it's like 5 of them. They ain't getting no plea. They asking, can they get a plea bargain not to kill him? I think most people in the U.S. would prefer to kill him. But they said, nah, we're not going to kill him. We're going to give him life in Guantanamo. That means they're going to torture them niggas forever and shit. That's what this live stream is about. I can't believe that they said that they going to leave them niggas in there forever. They done already said the type of tortures and shit that go on down there and shit. Like, they scared of Guantanamo. They is. Rufus says, if he stay out of familiar territory, he'll be okay. That nigga from Brazil. He ain't got no fucking people here. Probably, they said he was staying with a roommate, and they had the roommate on the news. He spoke broken English, too, so he probably Brazilian. He ain't got no family here. Wally Will, what up? Good morning. Waterboarding was one of them. That shit that they probably been dealing with for the last 20 years. That shit happened a long time ago. When it came across the screen this morning that they was still in jail, I couldn't believe it. I seen 2 white boys try to hit that fence. Fools got caught up in that barbed wire. Shit was nasty. They tortured him using boot camp and survival escape school tactics. Keep in mind, they only used this in training for 5 days. They tortured these guys for 40+ days at a time using waterboarding. They probably out of their mind anyway. They probably dead already. Just walking zombies and shit. Pretty sure they showed them no mercy. Pillmatic 2 is coming. Why they zap you for that? He said Spanish people different. They look out. His people told on him. Told that he slid through. standing, sleep deprivation, waterboarding, white noise, physical beatings. They use electric shock too. Sheesh, sound like a motherfucker rather be dead already. That's a lot to deal with. He said, where's Danilo Cavalcante? He's in the woods. He said, the Mercy's occasional cigarette. He in the woods. Kiddo, why they keep zapping you? He in the woods. I believe the fact that he's from Brazil, he's used to being out in the wilderness and shit like that. He probably an expert out there. They just said that a week ago that somebody spotted him and said that he looked worn and tired. Seen him this morning. He cleanly shaven, got on a clean hoodie and a bunch of other shit. He said Ron DeSantis served in Guantanamo Bay, the governor of Florida, and he's crazy. He said, yeah, they probably insane now. Yeah, they probably just got, ain't nobody seen them niggas in years. Them niggas probably ain't even alive no more. They probably playing with everybody's intelligence. Playing with everybody's intelligence. Like that picture that the Mexicans sent back after they snatched them black people up down in Mexico. They snatched and killed them black people up. They said the chick was going down there to get a booty surgery. They turned around a couple of days later and put out a picture of some Mexican niggas sitting on the ground tied up. They like, these the ones that did it. Then that shit just went away. Y'all think them niggas in jail for that somewhere? Them niggas took a group picture, man. Said, send this over there, man. Make this shit. Maybe this will make this shit go away. Y'all think them niggas in jail for that? Hell nah. Hell nah. Pillmatic 2. Platinum. Old boy looking for the closest Latino community to blend in immediate short-term resistance. He trying to get out the state in any direction he can. I believe that if he find any community, any poor community anyway, if he find any community where there's any type of Spanish-speaking, Latin, Puerto Rican, Cuban, if he make it to that, he got a damn good chance. Anybody that can speak his language, he got a chance. He said, I second that motion. Yeah. He better run. He ran from a Pennsylvania prison. When they catch him, he going to Greene County. He going to Greene County from now on. He said, New York, that's a long way, man. We got to consider if he know how to communicate. He can drive. He can steal cars, too. He said if he make it to North Philly, he out of here. He said one Arab dude who used to work at a corner store around the way got picked up by the feds and never came back. Dude used to ask me things like, if Adam was the first man, why do y'all praise Jesus? They kicked one of my longtime jewelers. His name was Tony and shit from Fifth and Wood. That's downtown Pittsburgh. I had a relationship with him when I was a teen, you know, all the way up until adulthood. Same jeweler. When the September 11th shit went down, he got deported and shit. They kicked him up out of here and shit. He never came back either and shit. And I believe I spoke to him one time too, since he's been deported, because I went to the jewelry store and his family still had it and shit. They called him. he got deported. They said that he was allegedly giving contributions to some people. Oh, Penthouse in Baltimore, Penthouse Cannabis, Grindstone in DC and shit. We got a pop-up out there today. Penthouse Cannabis gonna be in the building. Make sure you pull up if you in the DC areas from 6 to 9. 2118 East 18th Street, Washington, DC. Brazilians speak Portuguese. He said, yeah, Jesus is in the Quran too, but not in the same identical way. I don't know where he gonna go. Where do a person who got a murder conviction in America and wanted for murder in Brazil, where do you go? You try to vanish, you try to disappear. If he make it to where them people be picking, you know, the pickers and shit, where the laborers at, he gone forever. If he make it to where the laborers are, you know, where they picking grapes, or, you know, the ones that's working the fields in America, or the ones that's, like in Atlanta, you see them at the construction sites, it'd be all Mexicans and shit. Like, if he make it to one of them type of situations, it's gonna be hard to catch him. Danilo stole a delivery van, but he ditched it. It ran out of gas. I know about Sad Eye. Good morning, everybody. Y'all like the video? Today is September 11th. Y'all know we gonna get all day long. History, history, history. As I stated in my in the beginning of this video, I remember exactly where I was when I seen the second tower fall, and I thought we was gonna get out of jail early. I thought it was a get out of jail free card. I said, oh, they gonna have to let us out of jail now. The government gonna be fucked up. They gonna have to pay so much money. You know, this is my thinking at the time. They gonna be in debt. This is gonna cause so much detriment, man. They gonna have to start letting motherfuckers out of jail. They can't keep us here. They kept us. He said, this is wild. His chances is really 50-50. The longer he out there, the better his chances has been proven. He said, my parents made me not go to school. How old was you? Oh, yeah, that shit happened early in the morning. That's right. He said, I remember all of them jumping off the building to death. That was very sad. Yeah, that was crazy to see them bodies flying through the sky on TV. They was burning alive. That was crazy that you had to make that type of decision for your life, just jumping out of a window and shit. I was in the 3rd grade. I was installing a rooftop air conditioner at 2nd Ave Baptist Church on Peachtree Street in Atlanta. It cost money to go on the run. He's a burglar. He did several burglaries. That's how he got the clothes and shit. I was 11. I was in 8th grade. I'm half East African. My classmate. Oh, man. He said, I was in 8th grade. I'm half East African. My classmate said, your people bombed the place. Hey, yo. Motherfuckers start turning on their classmates. Hey, yo. I never thought about that part. We need to get some Arabs that grew up in America tell us what it was like for y'all afterwards.
said his classmates turned around, looked at him, and said, "Man, your people bombed the place." He said, "I watched the second plane hit live on TV. I seen that too. Was good. I had just dropped my uncle off at the airport. When I got home, I seen it on the news. I was at work when it popped off." Who was Gaddafi and Saddam still living when that shit happened? Gaddafi and Saddam was still living when that shit happened, right? I know when them niggas did that shit, Saddam and Gaddafi was like, "Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. What the fuck?" I know them niggas like, "Oh, man." All of that jihad, all of that jihad, all of that, all of that jihad, all of that shahada, that shit went out the window. All of that jihad, all that kalima shahada, all of that, everything. Allahu Akbar, going to Jannah, paradise, all that shit went out the window. Them niggas knew they wasn't going there. They knew they wasn't making it there. A motherfucker that feel he going to Jannah, he don't go hide in a hole. They found Saddam in a hole with his bad ass. Woo. Motherfucker that's going to Jannah, he would have just ate it. He said, "I was in prison. I was in high school." He said, "Them religious footballs got very different after that." Yeah, radical. They knew it. It ain't a Quran in the world that can protect your ass from them nuclear bombs. They don't understand, right? We got a racist military. This is what they don't understand about the United States military soldiers. These is American terrorist type motherfuckers. Straight up. These is American terrorist type motherfuckers. These motherfuckers be with the shits. I'm telling you. And racist too, they be with the shits. They be with the shits. Killing machines. Killing machines. My man said that's why I got out. Yeah, you get to noticing, man. I ain't like the rest of these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers come here to kill. I came here for the GI Bill. You see what happened? Military niggas be Aryans and shit like that. Skinheads, Nazi type motherfuckers and shit. These are the type soldiers that's going over there to fight on our behalf. Yo. You see what Muhammad Ali said? No, I ain't going over there. Muhammad Ali was the first Negro. Man, lock me up. How much time was Muhammad Ali gonna have to do? He said it's not what you think at all. I got a homie who was in the military. He told me. He said he was over there bobbing and weaving. How much time was, he said 5 years? Any black man with some sense would have did the nickel. They was punking them niggas out for a nickel. Hey, yo. My whole neighborhood would have been on the block with me at Leavenworth doing that nickel. My whole neighborhood would have been on the block doing that nickel. You got to do a nickel, or you got to go over to the war. Now, for us who didn't go to the war, we seen the movie Dead Presidents, right? Everybody in here seen Dead Presidents? Everybody in here seen Dead Presidents, right? I don't care what nobody say. That's my perception of the war. That's my perception of the military. That's my perception of the military from top to bottom. Everything about it. Everything about it. Everything about it. That's 100% my perception of the military. So, no. Y'all seen what happened in that movie. Fuck that. Through the 5 years, man. College is 4 years. He said brothers didn't come home right in the head. He said skinheads was killing niggas up, calling it friendly fire. He said no lie. Couldn't get me over there. I'd have did the nickel. So he said, my man said, I knew 2 weeks into the Army, I knew I made a mistake. But yeah, today's September 11th, man. The United States military bombed on them niggas for like 20-something years for that shit. I was going through different changes in life, and I would look on the news and look in the newspaper and be like, damn, they still over there? Like, what president just told them that they could come home? It was a president that just recently, it was probably Obama or Trump. One of them told them, okay, y'all can come home now. I was like, God damn, they was still over there? Niggas was over there for like 25 years. He said almost 30 years. Who wanna fucking get declared war on for 30 years, man? He said they're heavy. Somebody said Obama, somebody said Trump. They've been over there 22 years. They was there 22 years. That's crazy as fuck. He said the Army did get me right, though. Felt like a jail bed. It worked out for some people. Worked out great for some people. I asked my man, I said, yo, if I had went to the military with you, what you think I would have been doing? He said, you? Probably playing basketball. I'm like, for real? I said, man, I could play basketball in the military. He said, yeah. David Robinson was in the Navy. I said, well, I'll be damned. He said, yeah, man, they'd had your ass hooping like a motherfucker. But you ain't gonna just hoop in school and shit. You gonna be hooping Olympics and World Cups and all, like. He said, no, you would have been a specialist. No. Anyway, I gotta get my day started. I just wanted to tap in with y'all on the anniversary of the tower situation that happened in New York City. He said, I remember my homeboy was trying to get me to come over there. Then people called my phone so much I changed my number. He said, I was in Desert Storm. Your perception is exactly what it is. I'm scared of that. Who signs up to go to war? Sign up for it? They said them Japanese niggas they was real little. They used to be in holes in the ground and shit, hopping out of holes in the ground. No. He said, you literally do nothing but hoop if you make the team. Got that wintergreen king on the way, the color scheme too fly. Okay. I appreciate you, 1051 fam. Poncho said, shout out to my Japanese folks. My man said, I wanted to kick my share of the ass. What you had a beef with them folks for? Cliff, you said that personal. Baller D, thank you. You said that sounded personal. Cliff? U.S. military spent almost $1 trillion in 20 years to replace the Taliban with the Taliban, and then the end left them with a fleet of tanks and planes. Everybody I know from the military never came home the same as they left. They still looking for weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Hey, yo. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. They was over there looking for weapons of mass destruction. That's a military term for disorderly conduct. That's a military cliche for disorderly conduct. He said that 50 cal ain't no joke. Gully or Arab brothers did it. The niggas that did it, they wish they hadn't. They took it out on everybody over there. They took it out on everybody over there. Anybody that looked like them niggas, man. Anybody that had Muhammad on the last back of their name, they took it to all of them niggas. Saddam, Uday, Qusay, what's my man, Gaddafi, and all parts between, man. They killed the mice. They killed everything over there, man. I'm talking about overkill, man. Men, women, and children. For real. They wasn't going over there like, you know, fighting the soldiers and not thinking about the village people. We about to raise all this shit. This shit gonna be farmland when we done with this shit. It ain't gonna be nothing here but rubble. He said, today is a holy day, not holiday. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. He said it's a holy day. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. There's a lot of black people got killed in that shit. And innocent people for that matter and shit. People was just going to work. He said they went over there and turned their whole shit into a parking lot. Yeah. Nobody knew. Nobody knew the United States military was that brutal. That shit went deeper than them retaliating for them towers. That went deeper than that. They was making a statement to the rest of the world. That's probably why the rest of the world scared of the United States. People be like, that's probably after they seen what the U.S. did to them niggas. Motherfuckers like, yo, we got to talk it out with them motherfuckers right there, yo. We need diplomats. Like, it just don't make no sense to go through all of that. 20 years? Ruthless. Too ruthless. And long. Got fleets in the water already. Got small cities in the water already. Airplanes will start just taking off. Motherfuckers don't. No. So they said, man, we got to talk to them. That's why. After they seen that, the U.S. knew that too. Oh, we gonna make an example of these motherfuckers right here. And everybody, because I think we used to kind of like be scared of Russia a little bit back in the day. We gonna clear up this shit with these Russian motherfuckers and everybody else with these motherfuckers right here. When they kicked that shit off, I don't know when we took off over there. When did that shit start? The retaliation. Did they get right to their ass like September 12th and the 13th? Did they start taking off going over there? He said, Gully, I know you don't believe the official 911 story. All I know is that I seen with my own eyes. What I seen with my own eyes. He said, right to it. What I seen with my own eyes was a plane crash into a building in New York City. I seen that with my own eyes. Somebody was responsible for that. After some shit like that, it ain't no questions. When shit like that happen, a whole bunch of innocent motherfuckers gonna get hurt. He said that night, September 12th, they had a pack. He said, you seen what they wanted you to see. Everybody seen it. Oh, I'm glad you said that. My brother was in Somerset Penitentiary. My brother was locked up at the time, too. He was in a jail called Somerset. The plane that went down in Pennsylvania, it went down in Somerset County and shit. They immediately shut their jail down and all of that. Locked them niggas up. Locked them niggas up. I forgot about that one. And the Pentagon. But, ooh. He said that was the crash that they crashed right there. He said George W. Bush acted a fool and Obama finished him. He said Shanksville. How was that dude still in the county jail when he was convicted of homicide? He probably hadn't got sentenced yet. Or after you get sentenced, they move you, they take you upstate within like 10 to 15 days or some shit like that. A lot of those bombs were radioactive and a lot of that land was useless for years. Interesting. He said it wasn't just the U.S. over there. They had the NATO backing it up. A couple of times planes left from here in Boston. Bush said, either you with us or you with the terrorists. That line was some cold shit right there. Them Bushes was some rotten motherfuckers. Played no games, though. The explosions was heard before the planes even hit. That CCTV video that, okay, here come all of the conspiracy theorists. So people are trying to tell me today that this was, September 11th was staged. The Pentagon is the most suspect out of all of them because it hit a part of the building where important information was at. It's not matching up to me. It was real. I had friends come home dusty from Manhattan. It was real. I'm telling them that it was real. Conspiracy theorists. October 7th, 2001, we invaded Afghanistan. My man said it was real. We saw it from New Jersey. The explosion was real. Oh, man. There's too many conspiracy theorists in here. Some Jewish dude got a payout due to the towers falling. I can't think of his name. I believe somebody was compensated for it. Somebody had to own them motherfuckers. Arabs were talking like they were so hard in the 90s when 9/11 hit. They started removing their kufis and wearing American flags. He said, however, it would have fell from the top, not demolition style. They saying it was an inside job. Man. Y'all watch too much TV. I believe if some motherfuckers hopped out back then, if 5 or 6 motherfuckers hopped out with razors and shit like that and start wilding out on a plane, I believe they could have hijacked a plane like that. People was unprepared for it. A lot of people on the motherfucker sleep, like wake up disoriented and being terrorized. Like, it's possible. Now, you couldn't get away with that shit now. You get to acting up on a plane now, you get beat to death legally. You be dead by the time they land. Motherfuckers on the plane beating killed your monkey ass and get away with it. Like, as soon as they land the motherfucker, come in here and get this motherfucker. What'd he do? They was in here trying to hijack this motherfucker. Okay, get him up out of here. He said, facts, the element surprise is half the battle. Watch the movie called Loose Change. You also believe they got the skill to fly those planes into the exact targets? They said that they went to fucking flight school. They went, I'm reciting to you that's what's been made public knowledge. They said them niggas was trained, probably by the U.S. military, but they went to flight school, right? So they know how to fucking fly planes. He said they didn't even have TSA back then. They started TSA because you could just walk through the airport. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. I caught my first plane with my mom, but I was so terrified, man. This is when I was in college, which was around 2000. Probably like 2000, 2001. And I remember being terrified. I remember my ears popping like a motherfucker, so it's kind of like blurry to me. But you telling me TSA was invented in the 2000s? You can't be serious, man. Tell me this is a... Tell me you bugging. Man, please tell me that... we wasn't safe. I can't fucking believe that shit. I can't believe that shit. I can't believe that shit. They gotta know, so before September 11th, motherfuckers was taking hammers on the planes. Hold. You mean to tell me motherfuckers was taking pistols on the planes? He said, yeah, they treated it like a bus ride. Motherfuckers was flying with pistols. He said, yeah, it was like... Everything happens for a reason, man. Everything happens for a reason. There lies the problem right there. There lies the problem right there. Motherfuckers blaming terrorists and shit. They failed to fucking protect us and shit. They failed to protect them people on the fucking plane and shit. They failed to protect motherfuckers. Motherfuckers have been hijacked planes with pistols and shit. Man, we ain't landing this motherfucker. We about to fly over here. Has that been done before? Was they hijacking with pistols? Yeah, because I seen that on movies and shit. That shit was for real? I thought that shit was only on the movies. I thought that shit was only on the movies, man. He said prior to the 2000s, not everyone could fly a plane. Okay. He said no one ever did it because they didn't know how to fly. TSA wasn't around. It's crazy. Can't be boarding no planes without no motherfucking TSA screening. That's just. I wonder was other countries like that too. TSA got invented because of 9/11. That's crazy. He said, yeah, but they changed the laws, which is a mass kidnapping charge. Before 9/11, you can get on a plane whatever you wanted. They treated it like the bus. Remember in Miami, Cocaine Cowboys dude got butchered in the lobby. TSA was created November 19th, 2001. There were metal detectors at the airport prior to 9/11. I've been here long enough, man. I got some things I got to do, man. See y'all at the pop-up. Peace.